stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
We wasn't chasing you. We had a taping too. We came through to do our 1-2 thing. Politics as usual.
We live. Audio is good. We good.
All right. You recording or we live?
Yep, we live. We recording now, baby.
Snap. All right. What's up, everybody?
We good. It's good. Too well.
Hey, man.
Well.
You know, we're up here in Canada. We're the same situation as y'all, except not really.
Right.
I feel sorry for y'all over there. What's going on? We're in solidarity with y'all. That's for sure. Over here, you know, but it's the same situation here. You know, I've lived crazy shit at the hands of fucking 12. And, you know, I had a shotgun pressed in my mouth called the N-word because of who I affiliate with. We've all been through our shit with them. And anyways, you know, we stand with y'all united. People can see my shit on my IG, how I feel about everything. I stayed quiet for a while because, you know, at my age, it's different for us. You know, we're not the kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to see the kids are involved in a different manner than we would have gotten involved. But like I told everybody, when it comes, yo, we front line and that's it. And I'll always use my privilege to stand in front and fuck all that bullshit.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
And my company, like I was representing, I work for a luxury brand. I work for the Ritz-Carlton brand. I hired an all-black company to handle subcontracting and shit. And I'm run my own department, so I don't have to answer to nobody on that. And over here, we got a lot of unity here in solidarity. On that level, we good, but you know the Rona's the same. We're waiting for everybody to get back to be able to move around freely.
Facts.
Last week we had City Parks as B-Day. We went out to the park, and we didn't respect none of the fucking laws.
So hold on. So right now we're getting, you know what I'm saying, you know what it is. We on Politics Usual on a Session TV. You know what I'm saying?
Politics as usual.
Doing our 1-2. How we do? You know how we gonna zoom in it right now. You know how we doing it. So right now we shouting out our brothers out there in Canada right now, the Montreal and all that.
Right, MTLL.
That's right.
A's and L's, baby.
No doubt. You know, we got to show love to our brothers up there because, you know, they in the fight with us too, man. No matter what the shade, the color, whatever, they with us, man, because they know the brutality and everything that's going on out there. So everybody just want equal rights and to be treated equal. That's what it is. But, you know,
that's
man, right now, we just call to chop it up with the brother, man, see what's good with you, man. What's good, Raphael? What's good, Raphael?
Well, listen, man, like I said, you know, me being a member of the First Nations, my mother's First Nations, we definitely hand in hand with all people of color and black people in America. You know, this is Turtle Island to us, and it's stolen land, baby.
That's a fact.
That's a fucking fact. That's super fact. I'm just happy to see everything that's happening on a worldwide basis with all of that. I'm glad to see the ULL movement growing like crazy. I see a lot more posts coming up. And yo, South America LoLifes fucking killing it too.
That's what's up.
They're coming up strong, man.
International, baby.
Yo,
international.
It's crazy. So, you know, with what's going on in Montreal, like I said, man, we've been in the same situation as y'all, locked down, so we haven't been gathering much. And everybody's got their own particular situation. We're a small set over here. You know, we got Daz, Brother Daz, who Mr. Foundation, who's also a bartender linked to the New York faction there. He's got a lot of kids, bro. He's a single dad, so he's been doing that. We got Rod that's out there. He's selling his incense and his perfumes that he makes. We got Kid Large T that's been out there tagging the city like a madman.
Man.
You know, and that's it, man. So we a small set. When things get back to normal, we definitely entertaining talking with a lot other people that are in the low lifestyle, but you know, it's not as intense as it is over there. We got a different lifestyle here. The hip hop movement follows a different thing, but we got our graph riders up here. We got our low heads And so it's just hard to get everybody together. It's also, you know, there's
Right.
French, English. But with Montreal, I mean, everything is good with the LoLifes, with our family here. And, which, you know, everybody's doing their little thing. When we get a chance to get together, we get together. Like, we've all been fam for a long time prior to LoLife. So, you know, that's the standard, and that's how we live in it.
Yeah.
What's popping with y'all over there in terms of, I mean, you know, there's no gatherings. So what are you doing? More virtual gatherings?
Yeah, we're doing like a lot of Zooming and getting together, but keeping a safe distance and stuff like that. You know how it go. They can't really stop us too much, you know. We just got to take precautionary measures with it.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
You got some brothers that's getting together. You know, about 5, 6, brothers coming together doing their little 1-2, probably on a Friday, Saturday, or something like that. And but it's not really big right now in New York. So, you know, hopefully, it gets to that point where we can really come together and be out there like that. But I guess we just waiting to see.
Word.
So
I'm not curious to see.
Y'all out there. Is y'all doing a lot of gatherings out there? They still letting y'all move like that?
Nah. Well, it's fucked up, you know, because we got some businesses we got to go in. They check your temperature first. You got to have a mask. You wash your hands before going in. But once you're inside, ain't nobody respect distancing. And then there's public transportation where it's a mess on public transportation.
Wow.
You know, like they keep the people, the drivers safe, but once you're on there, they just pack it in.
Everybody packed in, yeah.
Everybody packed in, yeah.
So, and then people have been gathering outside also because we have, I mean, you know, for strong, healthy people, the fear isn't the same. So I personally don't know anyone who's had it. We've seen people like go on TV here that like celebrities, local celebrities that we know that said it, but really not a lot of elderly people. So the young people out here are going out, but there's been people snitching, and the cops are patrolling. You know, they're going to the parks, and they're not letting people get too close. But it also depends what they're doing. You know, now I think we're allowed 10 to 12 people within 2 meters each.
Okay.
Like 6 feet, 8 feet. So, you know, but there's been so many marches and gatherings. I want to see what's going to pop in 2 weeks.
I know they marching out there crazy, right? Yeah,
crazy, man. Like, if people are curious about my IG, like on my stories, to Raphael 514, I put like what the cops have been doing here with our people, and it's the same, except they're not killing them.
Wow.
They're not killing
Look
them.
at that.
You know, because we don't have that kind of gun violence here.
Okay.
We have it, but it's not as bad. So, but the cops are not from the neighborhoods they patrol, so they just as shit scared when they go in there. You know, so there's one instance where this kid, they came for a complaint about noise, but it was just him and his girl in there, and we have a lot of Northern African immigrants, so they French speaking. But they're still black people, you know, so they took advantage of him not knowing his rights really, and they came into he invited them in his apartment. He said, look, there's nobody here. And then they wouldn't leave. Then when you invite them, they don't have a warrant. They have to leave. And then he, by mistake, you know, just put his hand on them like, could you please go now? And boom.
That was it. That was it.
His whole scalp was open. You could see the white.
Wow.
See the white movement. You know, so we marched. We had the march for George Floyd. Then we had a march for that was just a BLM, everything for everybody, because we had some brothers that got shot here too. We had a lot of brothers that get shot too here too. Actually somebody I knew back in the day, Leslie Presley, rest in peace, shot in the nightclub where I used to work. But anyway, so then we had a march for police violence that we have every year, but there's anarchists. You know, and this is not Antifa, none of that bullshit. It's, you know, let's talk real shit. For us, from Canada, we see it different, and we know what's real. And we have white nationalists and skinheads. I passed my teenage and early 20s ridding the streets of the skinheads here. We used to fucking go on patrols, just beating the shit out of them.
There's a lot of skinheads out there,
So, but we got rid of their presence. But what did they do? They put on FUBU suits and sneakers and hit amongst everybody. You know,
get out of here.
Yo, dude. When I was inside, man, the dude that when I first got in, I didn't have no money, no nothing. So dude paid for my commissary. He was a skinhead, And because I got bald head, so he didn't know. Then I showed my tat, and for my gang tattoo, he knew what we used to do to them. And then he was like, "Yo, man," I'm like, "Yeah, fuck you, son. Thanks for the food."
Yeah, thank you, idiot. Thanks, idiot.
But so, anyways, that being said, man, you know, so we had the anti police violence march that we have every year, and we had people out there making sure that nobody was destroying shit. And some kids, they went into a store, they destroyed some shit, and they suckers, so they went back to return it and got arrested. But you know, the anarchists didn't get to do their thing. And they just go to fuck shit up. And it's not to blame it on black folks or nothing like that. There's no agenda like that here. There's systemic fucking racism that without a doubt. You know, we have the same upbringing. People go to school, learn the same shit. So they're programmed with that nonsense. But here we have a lot more. It's a smaller community, you know, and with a lot more. I went to school here. We had immigrant classes. And so I grew up, I don't know. I don't remember what it is. I never grew up with just white folks, you know.
Okay, that's what's up.
And I don't come from that. So
Canada is very mixed, though. Canada's very mixed. You see
well,
a lot of
not
Canada.
everywhere.
A lot of Canada.
Montreal is a lot of black people in Montreal.
Montreal, they call it the coldest island in the Caribbean.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of
Toronto,
in Montreal.
Toronto and Montreal. Toronto and Montreal is very, like the whole East Coast. Because you know,
I want to know why do Canada, like a lot of Canada, like a lot of people in Canada got like patois and they lot of their slangs. Like when we heard Drake do the Jamaican stuff, it wasn't too far from, you know, what we hear from Canada.
We have a huge contingent from the Caribbean.
Yeah, it's a very big Caribbean
like
thing.
in Montreal, we had a few waves of immigrants, and so we had a huge wave of immigrants from Haiti during the Papa Doc days. So we have a huge, very rich Haitian community.
Right.
And then there's the Jamaicans and the TNT, man, Trinidad and Tobago. But we have Guyanese, Barbados, Bermuda, but the biggest is Haitian. Is the biggest community. Because
you know, when they get deported from the U.S., they can't come back, so they go to Canada.
Word.
Montreal is one of the first places they go to.
Yo, we have a huge community here.
Yeah.
Like a lot of us, you know, speak fucking Creole because, or dabble in it because it's such a tight knit community. It's like yo, my boule, you know, we all good with it.
Get mama pow.
So you know, city parks, so he could set up a store, man. And we got, you know, Irvin Dazzle's Haitian in LoLifes.
Yeah, okay. Right.
So anyway, so then we have a lot of Jamaicans and a lot of Trinis. So I grew up with Jamaicans and Trinis from the neighborhoods I grew up in, more than Haitian. But two of my best friends are Haitian. So Toronto has
very
crazy
mixed.
Jamaican. Like that's why Drake is from Toronto. But Drake, you know, Drake is a great, let's give him performer. He's a great pop artist.
Entertainer.
But Drake ain't from where we from. You know what I mean?
Nah, he ain't from the streets. He's not from the streets. No, he's not. From the streets.
But he, you know, you grew up with the Jamaicans, and over there is Jamaicans, and they got a crazy, a lot of Africans here too. Got a lot of Africans, man. So a rich, diverse black community, and of people that know their culture.
That's what's up.
You know, so here when you meet people, it's not I'm black. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They tell you where they're
you're
from.
You're a person. They feel you're a person.
Right.
You're a human being. You know what I mean?
I hate that shit. You know, like you have a nationality, you have a background. So you know, and even when I meet people that are Canadian, like, okay, yeah, you're born here, but where you from? Like, where you folks from? What's your roots?
What's your heritage?
So, so I always think that's mad important because I'm such a mutt. I'm from such mixed heritages, and that's what's happening here, and that's what Montreal was such a melting pot for that with all the immigrants, more than in New York, because New York there's a lot of ghettos. You know, they didn't mix, and the same shit. You know, we got our Chinatown, we got our Little Italy and all that.
Right.
But more than anything, here I've met a Haitian Swede, you know,
okay,
a Hawaiian Puerto Rican.
Wow.
So
that means they dibble and dabble in all cultures and all. Yeah.
We got all the flavors here, man. Baskin Robbins and everything.
So Raph, I wanted to ask you. So, like, how did you get into the culture, though? Like,
well, I'm an OG over here. I'm pushing 50. I'm 48 years old. So
Gotcha.
I've been I grew up in New York and Montreal. 1982, I was in New York City, and I was blessed to be in an outdoor performance by Run DMC before they were big. All I remember is just there was no Adidas suits, and there was a lot of high-fiving and a lot of wiggizy, but I just lost my shit. So coming back to Montreal, I had my little tapes, my Africa Bambaataa and Soul Sonic Force and my Run DMCs and so when I got to school, the only other people that had anything remotely close to that was the Haitian kids that had family in New York.
Okay, got you.
So I did my best to break dance, but that wasn't my skill. My skill was the radio. I had the radio.
Okay.
So that was, it started with the hip hop culture, then back and forth, Montreal, New York. So we were pillars here. City Parks is my brother in Montreal LoLifes. He was a producer. We were part of a Montreal hip hop group called Overproof, and we met through the music and so that was it in the 90s, man. What do we watch? We're watching Grand Poobah, and we're watching New York, and I'm in New York. I'm coming back and forth, but it wasn't just polo. It was everything. And when the 90s came out, you had, the cross colors and the hip hop clothing. So we dabbled with everything, but we always held our classics. We always had polo and Levi's and Timberland and Nike, and Blaze, City Parks. We know him as Blaze in hip hop. We always were into that. Then at one point in I would say the late 90s, I got fed up and just because also there's another reason why we wore the Fat Farms and the so-and-sos, because we were sponsored by these brands.
Got you.
They would pay for our tours and shit, so we get free gear. So that was that was a bonus. Plus, like we didn't represent Cody brands. Like unfortunately, I had to tour Johnny Blaze for a hot minute, but it was just on stage.
Listen, it was a couple brands. If they gonna sponsor, you guys, gonna rock it.
That's it.
Man.
You gotta rock out.
Man.
Rock out. Fuck that.
But for a while we were okay. We had the first when Echo first came out. It wasn't corny. It was all right. It was a lot of graph shit. And Fat
I
Farm.
still got some Echo stuff somewhere.
So anyways, so the culture was hip hop, and the clothing was just what it was. But we were those guys who got to go to New York and come back in the days when. So we were bringing the culture back here, and we were building the culture as Overproof, and then I was lucky enough to be able to translate that into a radio show. I had the first hip hop FM on Big FM radio here. For a year, I had that with a web show. It was the first time that shit was coming out, 1999 to 2001. And
where you were shooting it at? Where you were shooting it from?
It was from the radio station.
Okay.
It's called CKMF 94.3, and I would go in the studio there and do my hip hop show, pre-record it. And Friday nights.
Where was it located at?
In Montreal.
Montreal, okay.
In Montreal, yeah. So through hip hop, we were really able to bring the culture back here, and so people would emulate. It's like, where you get that. But there's that little group of hip hop purists from Montreal that took the time to go to New York and live it, and gather the right gear and the right music.
So y'all was like the bridge. Y'all bridged everything together.
Yeah, I mean, before the internet, my life, most of my life with all this culture was happened before we could document everything on a daily basis. We're from the analog, so I had my Source magazine. I was the internet for everybody. I would go on the radio on my show and do the news from the Source, from calling my boys in NY, from going down there, and so that's how really the culture grew here. But a lot of people don't understand our culture. The low-life culture is foreign to many here, and no matter how it's perceived as a gang organization, brotherhood, they just can't fathom 20 guys dressed the same or 20 guys rocking polo, and you just do that every day. So
in unison,
each of us in our little universes, because we all have our own little different cliques of friends outside of our culture and our lifestyle, we're Mr. Polo to everybody. Each of us. I go to work as Mr. Polo. City goes to work as Mr. Polo. Like, they just, wow, you only own that. Like, it's a trip. So when we're all out together, sometimes people think we say wild shit. You know, we're a dance crew.
Right.
Mhm.
The entertainers.
But, yeah. So the kids now, like, I got rid of a lot of my old pieces from the 90s and stuff because we just don't wear it the same. I used to look like I was wearing my grandfather's clothing.
Right.
But the kids ate it up. You know, I went back to the shop where I put them up for sale and they're gone. So they just, it's a different generation that I don't have contact with anymore directly.
Right.
But a few years ago, I was lucky enough to be called on a panel for Hip Hop You Don't Stop, which is a festival here every year. We have two great hip hop festivals here in the summertime. We got the graffiti and hip hop festival called Jesus Christ, what's it called? I'll come back to that one. But we have Hip Hop You Don't Stop, and we have
Okay.
it's during the week of August 10th, around our birthdays.
Okay.
Anyway, so we have these great festivals, and I was able to sit on a panel and talk about hip hop from my perspective from the late 80s to now. And so, you know, I went up there wearing my LoLife cookie. A lot of people came and asked questions and stuff like that. In my neighborhood, I walk down the street. Every now and then, there's a kid that yells LoLife at me from I don't know where.
That's
So, you know, they get.
So like an ambassador.
Yeah, no doubt. No, all of us here do that. Any chance we get, you know. But I give it from the gritty standpoint to where we at now. You know, this.
Okay, that's what's up.
This what. Yeah, there has to be a growth, and you know, I'm a public speaker. I was a knucklehead growing up. I did some dumb shit, and I used that to. I built a platform called The First Step, and I went into schools and talked to kids. So, you know, if they can avoid the shit, a lot of shit we did was unnecessary,
Facts.
and you know, each situation's to his own. But we've all had to do stuff for reasons, and then we all did stuff for just dumb shit.
Exactly.
So, you know, just as long as they understand what the difference is, that's up to them to make up their mind after that. But, you know, to know the difference. And it's like, it's any inner city, man. You know, there's a lot of kids that lack direction, and the appeal of that lifestyle is just so fantastic.
So Ralph, when you was out there, you know what I'm saying, like you said, you was rocking a polo, y'all, you know, when you start doing your thing in Montreal. What got you into the culture? What got you into the culture?
The LoLife culture?
Yeah.
LoLife culture, City and Cell Therapy, his girlfriend, were going down to NY a lot. And I don't know, there was a connection that was made online with some people with Ghost. With Ghost, man. I ain't seen that do in a while. So with Casper Lowe, yeah. So then we were invited to come down for Break Bread, and City this was like it's a while back now, 7 years.
Yeah, it's around that. Yeah, maybe might be longer than that.
Yeah.
Could be, man. I don't see time no more like that.
I think we were just talking. That was the break that we were just talking about. I think we took.
Yeah, we was in Harlem.
We was all screaming LoLifes.
Yeah.
I got that video.
Yeah.
So that's the day. That's the day City got his L's. So, but you and I, Lifa, got to chat up online because somebody got upset that I had created a Team Polo 514. Which had, you know, to me it's like I'm not impeding on nobody. I'm not throwing L's or nothing. It was just Team Polo 514, and young large T took offense. Right. So we had that convo, and then I came down to the Break Bread with City. We got to meet, man, and then we came back so many times.
And it was all love after that. Fact.
Oh man, you know, we brothers of the same mind, man. So
no doubt.
So that was it. That was the intro to, you know.
And who gave City his L?
Oh man, Disco and Has, and I know, of course, Vic was consulted, and you know, we were all breaking bread, and then he came back with the look of elation, and I think Has and Disco took him aside while we were all eating or something.
Right.
And he came back, and I was handed mine by the same trio.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a great day in our history. A very great day in our history.
Yeah, man. You know, it's been nothing but love, and it's been good for just growth. You know, there's a lot of chapters that we were not able to go through with. Like, I know the LoLife brand was trying to establish a distribution over here a few years ago that didn't work out. But we always, we're always working to further our footprint over here.
Yeah,
and
further the movement,
to grow
further the movement. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
everywhere
what's up,
we
man.
go, we represent, man, and
That's
people
what's up.
know us. The hip hop community knows us. Everywhere we go, we're treated with love. Fucking Mayhem came down, Mayhem Loren. We both in the Lauren family. So we went out, man, in the city. I showed them what the city does for us, and we were treated like royalty everywhere we went.
I've heard a lot of great stories about that. I need to come out there and experience that.
Yo, you already, man. You already. We've been. If we can't get you through that border, we'll go through a fucking other underground railroad. We got to get y'all over here, man.
Yeah. We definitely listen. I listen. It's been what, man? Listen, I've been home 20. I think it's 22 years now. I've been home. I mean, I had a passport for. Who knows? Probably about like 17 of that.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. So I know I could probably make it over there, but it's just the whole point of they just let that I got a good grace period on my side.
Well, we could maybe take advantage of a little guilt they're gonna have in a minute.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So we take advantage of that guilt, man. And
yo, Raph, I would ask. I always want to ask, how is the health insurance out there, man? Because I heard that y'all got universal health insurance or something.
Word. Okay, so this is how it works. We pay a lot of fucking taxes. We pay a lot of taxes. So I ain't been sick yet. I built my hospital fund. You know what I mean? But if you sick though, you got that.
You go get checked every year though. Card. Yo, Raph, you need to get checked every year, no matter what though.
No, for sure. I just said I ain't been sick.
Right.
But we have a Medicare card. Yo, for sure. I'm 50. So I'm going to be 50 in 2 years, man. Now's the time for them to do all the prodding and whatever.
Yeah. So, the touch and go.
That's right. So we have a Medicare card. It's a little ID card. And if anything happens to us, they take that. They're like a charge card, and then we straight.
Yeah, I have one of those.
It doesn't cover optometrists and dentists.
Oh,
it don't cover that.
Separate.
That's
if you don't have insurance through your private insurance or through your work, you gotta pay, man. So, but if you sick, you break a limb, anything, cancer, man, they take care of you. You go in and you're straight.
See, you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, any of the other stuff, that's really like cosmetic stuff when you think about it. If you telling me
what up?
you could take care of the engine, but I gotta pay for the alternator, I'm cool.
Yeah, you gotta pay for the paint job.
I'm good with that.
That's not
take care of the major part.
You got a little scratch. You got to fix that little scratch. You liable for that.
But even to a certain extent, you can get cosmetic surgery for free if you got punched in the nose and your nose is here now, they'll do it.
Oh, see? Oh, wow. See what I'm saying? New York, America, here. No. You got to pay for all that.
You got to pop your own
around
shit.
With your head looking this way.
Yeah.
What up?
You got to pop your shit back in place and hope it's going down.
But you got to justify that your face got to be used for your work, though. You ain't getting it if you're a dishwasher.
Facts.
Oh, man.
Facts.
But yeah, so the healthcare is like that, and it pays for a lot of other stuff, man. My mom's elderly; she's got Alzheimer's, so it helps with that. So
I hear about that healthcare over there. I'm like, yo, people like, yo, we need to get Canada where they got health coverage over there because we over here, you got some people you could be paying for. Like some health coverage, you could be paying for health insurance, but they don't cover birth control or something. They don't cover this.
My father had cancer over there. It's crazy.
Yeah, they don't cover that. Certain things certain stipulations, they start getting to the fine line with you over here. They be like, whoa, down here, you ain't read the 33rd line on that disclaimer
on that policy, on that policy,
You be like,
crazy. No, honestly, man,
Yeah.
Canada's got a lot of benefits, son. Like, yo, we had everybody got 2 Gs when COVID hit.
Wow.
Everybody got, like unemployment for everybody that if they lost their job because of the COVID, because of the Rona, they got unemployment. So the unemployment you get depends on how much you earn. So, for that, for all the taxes that citizens pay over here, they're taken care of. But the other problem too is if you go to the hospital, the wait times are crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
So
right.
it may be free healthcare, but you might die in the waiting room.
Yeah.
In the processing.
And the process, right.
The thing is, it's like everywhere. It's hard to get healthcare workers. And guess who comes here and does healthcare work? It's Haitians and Filipinos, and these people here don't want to do that shit, man.
But now, how is the pay rate out there though? Like let's say for a nurse or certain of a person of that nature?
Well, then you get decent money. I can't really say. I don't know honestly how much, but here, because of our rent being cheaper, because of certain factors, if you make like $65,000 a year here and you don't have kids, you could be balling. If like kids, it takes a whole different thing. But
Lifa.
So,
let him make a run for the border.
But we'll look at like Dazzle, Montreal LoLifes. He's got 5 kids, bro.
Wow.
And he works for the city. He's a transit driver, and he's a trainer. He's a body trainer. He's a bodybuilding trainer. So he's got all his little hustles, and he makes a good living. We all make a decent living. There's depends what field you're in. If you if you work in, but we have a heavy tourism too, so you could be in the restaurant and bar industry, be making a fucking great living.
That's what's up.
What's the average rent? What's the average rate for rent? Like say I want a 2-bedroom, or
you'll be paying probably $1,200 to $1,500.
That's not bad.
My rent is $1,000, and I got a 1-bedroom with I got what they call a 4.5 here. Here they call the apartments by number of rooms you have.
Right.
Yeah.
By 4.5. Right.
So a 4.5 is either for a single person or a couple with no kids.
And a half is one bedroom, right?
Yeah, 1 bathroom, 1 bedroom, 1 living room, 1 kitchen.
Okay, gotcha.
But you got a 5.5, 6.5, then you got your 2 bedrooms. So, I mean, I know, like, you can have a 6.5 for under $1,500.
Dang.
Oh, wow, okay.
Dang.
And there's a lot of green spaces. And there's no food deserts, man. You get fresh produce everywhere.
Wow.
And we have laws about fast food not being allowed to be too close to the next one.
Yeah, over here it's congested.
Yo, dude, over there, that's all you eat. It's simple, it's easy, it's cheap.
Yeah,
we get it.
Y'all got more organic stuff. Y'all probably got more healthier things out there. It's not too many. Is there a lot of Chinese restaurants out there? Yeah, they everywhere.
No, we got the same shit. We'll eat the same crap, but there's just a lot. Like if you're feeding yourself, there's a lot more opportunities. There's no food deserts, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
You'll find a supermarket. There's produce there. If not, there's produce market. Right.
Okay.
Not too far. Every neighborhood got a produce market, because every neighborhood is multicultural. So like where I'm at right now, across the street, I got an Arab market. I got a Far East market there, and it's all it is. And people come from all over the other neighborhoods to come shop there. And further down is a Jamaican market. And so I'm surrounded by
like a specialty market.
Yeah, but it's everything's like that. Every neighborhood got that.
Okay.
Yo, you know what I was just thinking? You bugged me out. My mom, you know me, my mom be going. I'm like, yo, we're gonna have to do another Zoom or something. And the next Zoom we do, we want you to be out in the street.
Outside.
And we outside. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yo, no doubt. Yo, I'll go in a dope neighborhood, a hood, and I'll go take y'all around and we'll do a little sample.
Get the people
I'll send you a video of that.
Like a walkthrough, that'll be cool. That'll be cool. Facts.
Yeah. No, I think that would be dope. I could do a little Montreal low tour. Because on top of it, what's funny is that places like where I took Mayhem, the one particular restaurant, you know, they're not about that life. So for them, it's like, wow. But you go in there and Gangstar's playing. You know, it's like, then they'll play some Frank Sinatra and shit. But so they see us coming and they're like, they throw L's for us.
Yeah, music
and
is music.
You know who we took there?
Yeah.
We took the RLPC General there, man. Classic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Classic told me about
the
the
drank some
he
wine
had.
called
Yeah,
Fuck
the classic.
Yeah. Classic said he had a great time out
well,
there.
he's an
Great
honorary
time.
Montrealer, man. He's got his family here, man. So I walked into his family's crib. It's like, we know who we are. It's like, yo, what's up? So, you know.
Yeah.
Man,
but anybody who ever gets a chance, man, to come down to Montreal, man, listen, we here, it's LoLife hospitality. Give us a heads up, and we're here for you. A lot of lows came down. We had Raphael from New Jersey came down.
Okay.
He came down with wifey. They came to eat some poutine and shit. We took them around. My man came down. I'm fucking terrible with names right now. My man came down to do some graffiti from New Jersey. Sue Works came.
Okay.
Sue Works stayed by me. He did the
up.
Under Pressure Graffiti Festival in August. That's the festival I was looking for, Under Pressure. First weekend of August. So that like the illest thing is we were trying to get, you know, some low rappers to come down and perform, some MCs.
Right.
But too many people got restrictions. Talked to Shabam Sadiq about that shit.
Yeah.
People can't travel, you know.
That travel ban is serious, son.
Canada is serious. Canada is strict, man. They don't want people in there. They don't want them violent. Listen, they
don't like the riffraff.
Like we were talking, like I have a DUI. I could come to States, no problem. But here, DUI is like, yo, it's like I killed somebody.
Yeah.
If we go out there, they're like, nah, word, yo.
Nah, you good. Man. We don't need you out here. You good. Turn back around. We good.
But, yo, it's definitely something to look for in the future, man. And you know, the minute we get a chance, y'all got to come through.
Facts.
Now, we definitely got to listen. For me and Lifa, we definitely trying to plan our little runs around and hit up places and stuff, especially as the politics usual and situation, because we like hitting lands and hitting places. This is why I brought this stuff, because we were sitting there saying, I said, yo, I've been wanting to get you, you know what I mean, get y'all on here, even with you and City and all that, but I'm like, yo, how can we do it? I got to wait till they come to New York, because we got to schedule that time and go out there to them. Then I just said, you know what?
And you know what, the other thing,
now let me just do this way.
And the other thing too, man, is like for us coming to New York, it's always a stretch because of the dollar. The American dollar is always kicking our ass.
Yeah,
so,
facts.
You know, for you guys to come
our
in,
money is
sometimes
our money is more over there.
Yeah, you can double up, man. Sometimes.
Yeah, the currency is different. Yeah.
Life, we got to get over there, Life. Clear up.
They not letting me through the border, dog.
When Raphael came through,
when
Raphael came through, he was getting $1.50 for $1.
Yeah.
He's getting 50 cents on the dollar.
50 cents on the dollar, yeah.
Yeah, now it's about a quarter on the dollar, but still, man.
It'll definitely go up, though.
Man, you never know. Our dollar going down.
If it goes down, we come see you. You know, whatever.
Or we could just meet up at Niagara Falls. Fuck it.
Yo, we talked about Lake George, too.
Yeah, Lake George is nice.
Yeah, but we got to be careful out there with their racist ass.
We was out there like, matter of fact, I was out there last year for Memorial Weekend. It was a good time. I had a great time out there. It was nice.
Word.
It was real nice.
It's always a trip going there, though. That's some heavy native fucking killing grounds.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. They don't even got liquor stores no more out there. It's like it's different.
For real?
Yeah, they look at you weird when you walk in the store. Like they got the liquor on top.
Everywhere we go.
On the top, the Hennessy is on top of the shelf, and that's all they got.
Yeah. But we have a bunch. We got a wide border to meet up at.
Facts.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
We wasn't chasing you. We had a taping too. We came through to do our 1-2 thing. Politics as usual.